everybody. Welcome to Wednesday Yoga Flow with me. I hope you're having a nice week. We've been going through a lot of rain and it's I'm missing the sunshine. So I thought we could do a little practice together today. Bring a little break into your week and into your day. And I want us to focus on our imperfections and embracing them. So when we do our practice today, try not to judge yourself. Try not to push yourself too hard in certain asanas. Try to just appreciate your journey, appreciate how much you've grown, maybe how much stronger you've gotten, and maybe how much more clarity you have mentally. So try not to do poses perfectly, right? I want you to walk away from practice today, not judging yourself on how perfect your yoga was during practice, but trying to bring that practice so it's perfect for you as an individual and taking what you need from it and what you want out of it. So I'm going to invite you to come to a comfortable position lying on your back. Take a few moments. Maybe sprawl out. Maybe take up as much space as you want. If you feel like a grounding practice and maybe some mindfulness, you can put your palms on the ground. Or if you want more of an energy, more of a light practice, you can bring your palms up to the sky. And I invite you to shut down your eyes. Just noticing your breath, not changing it at all yet. And try to let everything else go that's not going to serve you for the next 60 minutes. Lock it out of the room, keep it off your mat, and just really take this time to focus on yourself. And let's ask ourselves a question. What do you need today? And then make the practice perfect for you. So if you want to dance around the whole practice, you can. If you want to just lie on your back and rock side to side, you can. If you want to energize and intensify things, then take those opportunities. This is your practice, right? Making it perfect for you. And let's start to bring a nice big breath in through our nose. Hold it for 2. And then exhale it out. Let's take another inhale through the nose. Exhale it out. Good. Maybe find that pause for 2 seconds in between the inhales and the exhales. Starting to notice the presence, right? Starting to notice your breath in your body. Let's start to waken up maybe our fingers and our toes, or maybe you need your wrists and your ankles, right? Take whatever slight movements feel good for you. Maybe you need your knees and your arms, right? Take any movements that feel good for your body. Noticing any areas you might be holding tension. And let's start by dropping our head to the left. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. On the exhale, letting that head fall farther to the left. Raise the head up to the sky. Take a breath in. And then drop it to the right. Find another breath. Exhale it out. And let the head fall farther to the right. Good. Gaze comes up first. Let's take a nice full body stretch. So stretch those legs to the front of the mat, arms to the back of the mat, maybe hugging the head with your arms. Tightening your toes, your legs, your core muscles, your shoulders, your back, and maybe even your butt muscles underneath you. And then when you're ready, take a big inhale. On the exhale, release everything and let it go. Good. Feet walk to the center of the mat. Take a gentle hug in with the knees. Maybe not even lifting your head and shoulders up. Maybe just finding some rock side to side here. Nice loose hug to start, right? And if it feels better, take a bigger one. Stretch out your lower back area. Your feet fall down to plant in the center of the mat. Walk your feet towards your sit bones. Arms are down by your sides where you can kind of graze your heels with your fingertips. And we're gonna come to couple of bridge poses here. So hands plant down, palms down, ground down into your feet. Take an inhale. On the exhale, just send the hips up. Not worrying about how high you go. Just really starting to wake up the legs, wake up the quads, wake up the back. Good. Knees are in towards each other. Don't let them splay out. And then you're grounding down into all four corners of your feet here. One more breath. And then gently release the sit bones down. Once it's planted, take some windshield wipers with the knees side to side. Option for you to take another hug. Always feels good for me. It stretches out my lower back. And then feet come to where they were before, up by your sit bones. Arms are down by your sides. Take an inhale, gaze up. On the exhale, send the hips up again one more time. Maybe this time grounding down into the right foot and that left leg elevates. Good, hips remain high to the sky. And then flex that left foot. Let's cross it over our right knee and then gently lower your sit bones down. Maybe a few rocks side to side for a second. Nice big inhale. And then let's let that left foot fall to the right of us. Opening up that left knee towards the front of the room. Maybe gaze comes over the left shoulder here. Bring the gaze back first. Let's inhale, use the core, raise yourself up. And on the exhale, take a counter twist. So let that left knee drop towards the left. And that left foot is kind of anchoring your right knee down. Maybe gaze goes the opposite direction this time. Inhale, gaze up, raise yourself up. Left foot releases to meet the right. Take a few windshield wipers side to side. Invitation to take another hug before we do the other side. Stretch out the lower back. And then feet plant. Walk them towards your sit bones. Arms are down at your sides. Big inhale, gaze to the sky. On the exhale, ground down into the feet. Hips raise high. Good. Let's extend that right leg this time up to the sky. Toe can stay pointed or flex, whatever feels better for you. Or you can flex and point if you want. And then flex that right foot, cross it over the left knee. Gently lower your sit bones down. Arms can fall to a cactus or a T, or they can stay at your sides. Let's take an inhale, gaze up. And on the exhale, right foot drops to the left. Maybe gaze comes over the right shoulder. Opening up that right knee towards the front of the room. Gaze comes back to the sky first. Inhale, use the core, raise yourself up. And on the exhale, let that right knee drop to the right. That right foot is anchoring the left knee down. Maybe this time gaze in the opposite direction. Gaze returns to the sky. Inhale, raise yourself up. Right foot drops to meet the left. Maybe this time heel toe your feet to the outer edge of the mat. And take wide windshield wipers with the knees. Good, let's hug the knees in one more time. Maybe a few rocks side to side. Maybe hands are wrapped around your shins. Or grab your big toes. And then hands come underneath the thighs. Take a few rocks up the length of your mat. Not going fast, really just enjoying the massage along your spine. And then once you feel ready, come up to a seated position. Good. Coming to staff pose. So we're sitting nice and high on both sit bones. The weight is even into the ground. And then our toes are going to stay flexed. We're going to inhale the arms all the way up. Really elongate the spine. Sit nice and tall. And on the exhale, we're going to drop the right fingertips. Left arm comes up overhead. Maybe glance under the left armpit here. Good. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to bend forward a little bit. That left hand comes to your toes. Right hand comes to your toes. Left hand plants. This time we're going to windmill it. Right hand over to the right. Maybe gaze under the right armpit. And then use your, go with what you feel here. If you want to plant your hand, plant it down. If you'd like to walk it out a little farther, walk it out for a deeper stretch. Or stay propped up on your fingertips and push that right sit bone into the mat. So big inhale. And then the right foot comes forward, touch the toe, left hand comes. Windmill over to the other side, left arm up and over. Let's take a few of these on our own. So engage the legs, feet are flexed, big inhale, and then circle on the exhale. Bringing some movement to our spine here. And then really opening up our shoulders. Maybe noticing things are cracking or a little stiff. Go tenderly. Last circle. Good, return back to center. Let's bring a slight bend in the knees. Inhale the arms up, sit up nice and tall, elongate the spine. On the exhale, just lean forward, grabbing the feet. Resting the chest on the legs. Maybe tucking the chin, really rounding through your shoulder blades. And then gaze comes up. Release the grasp of your feet. Let's cross our legs and come to our tabletop pose. Hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. Spread the fingertips wide and they're tented. Let's take a few cat-cows here. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, drop the chest. And the exhale, push everything away, around through the spine, open the shoulder blades, tuck everything in. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat back. Take a few of these. Moving and breathing at your own pace. Not judging yourself, just really noticing what feels good and what doesn't. Good. Come back to a neutral tabletop once you're done with your last cat-cow. Ground down into the earth, push it away. We're going to inhale that left leg all the way back. Nice and strong. On the exhale, you're going to hug it in towards your chest. Inhale it back. Exhale, hug it in. And this time, see if you can push the ground away. Plant that left foot in between your hands. Circle the arms up, coming to your crescent lunge here. Maybe walking that left foot out a little bit. Take a second to settle in. And then release the hands down, frame out the left foot. Hands walk back, hip goes over the right knee. Bring a flex into that left foot. Good, maybe we want to plant the right hand down. Let's raise the left arm up, take a twist here. Left arm returns down. Walk back into the bend in the left foot. Hands plant. Let's see if we can push the ground away. Hug that knee in. Inhale it all the way back. Good. Exhale it in. Inhale it back. This time dropping it to the left side of you. Hands walk towards you. Raise up on your right knee. Inhale, arms to a T. On the exhale, find your gate pose. So the left arm comes down the left leg. Right arm up and overhead. Inhale back up to a T. Counter twist, right hand plants. This time left arm up and overhead. Maybe point that left toe. Nice and strong. Roll open the left shoulder. Gaze can be under your left armpit. And raise yourself up to a T. Big inhale. On the exhale, hand fingertips plant. Just tuck that right foot in a little bit. Lower the hips down. Inhale, nice and tall. Turn the body towards the left leg. Arms up. On the exhale, fold over the left leg. Stopping where it feels good. Hands walk towards you, sit up nice and tall. Big inhale, arms up. This time right hand plants, pop yourself up on your right knee. Take a side stretch, counter stretch. So point that left toe again. That left arm is up and overhead, and you're gazing underneath the left armpit. We're kind of rolling it open. Nice and strong in that right arm. And then hand plants down. Walk yourself back. Everything returns to a neutral tabletop. Let's reset ourselves. Take a few cat-cows. Finish out your cat-cow. Push the ground away first. Big inhale. Right leg is going to go to the back of the room. Nice and strong through that right leg. On the exhale, hug it in. Inhale it out. Push through the heel. Exhale, hug it in. And this time, push the ground away. Let's see if we can plant that right foot in between our hands. Inhale, circle the arms up. Crescent lunge on your right side. Totally okay to give yourself some space. Walk that right foot up a little bit towards the top of the mat. Shoulders are away from your ears. Pinkies rotated in towards each other. Let's frame out the right foot. Hands walk back. Hips go over the left knee. Bring a flex into the right foot here. Maybe finding a twist if that felt good for you. So this time, left hand plants, right arm up and overhead. And then right hand returns down. Plant the hands, frame out that foot. Push the ground away. See if we can tuck the knee in. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, send it back. And then circle it over to the right. Plant the right foot down. Gently walk your hands in towards you, coming up onto your left knee. Inhale, arms to a T. On the exhale, gate pose to the right. Right hand down the right leg. Left arm up and overhead. Gaze is under the left armpit. Using your core, inhale up to a T. This time counter, left hand plants, right arm up and overhead. Maybe point that right toe. Rolling open the right shoulder, gaze is under the right armpit. Creating a line from your right toe to your right fingers. Inhale, core strength up to a T. And then hands plant down in front of you. Just tuck your left foot in a little bit. Lower your sit bones down. We're going to come nice and tall on our sit bones. Upper body towards your right leg. Big inhale, arms up. On the exhale, fold over the right leg. And hands walk to the center. Raise your upper body up. Big inhale, arms up. This time left hand plants. Pop up on that left knee. Right arm up and overhead. Point the right toe. Send the hips high. Maybe gaze is under your right armpit. And then right hand drops. Walk yourself back to a neutral tabletop. Good. Let's bring our feet towards our sit bones. So come up onto your knees. Make sure your fingertips are spread apart and tented so you don't put too much weight onto your wrists. And we're going to tuck our elbows, lower the chest and chin to hover. So take an inhale. On the exhale, hover it down. Push it back up. Maybe drop the feet. Shake them out. If you're like me and it's cold weather, if my feet tend to cramp, and the rain is not helping me. I need warm weather. Right? I miss my warm, cool water. Push the ground away. Come up onto your knees. Bring the feet pointed towards your sit bones. Tuck the elbows in. Take an inhale. Hover the chest and chin. Push yourself back up. Release your feet down. Maybe tap them out a little bit. One last one. Hug the knees in. Roll the shoulders a little bit past the wrists. Lower the chest and chin to hover. Push yourself back up. This time dropping the legs to the left. Glancing at it. Picking them up and dropping it to the right. And glancing at it. Inhale to the left. Inhale to the right. Good. Come back to your neutral tabletop. Let's tuck the toes this time. Ground down, push the earth away. Let's see if we can hover the knees about an inch off the mat. Maybe take some rocks back and forth. And then once you're ready, bring a big bend, send the hips back towards your heels, coming to your first down dog. Maybe pedaling it out, bending one foot at a time, one leg at a time. Bringing your chest towards your legs, armpits towards your legs. Good. Roll forward, drop the knees to hover an inch one more time. And then set the knees down, send the shoulders past the wrists, tuck the elbows, lower the chest and chin to hover, and then slither forward, coming to an unsupported cobra, maybe hands raised. Exhale, release it down. Inhale back up, gazing forward, and then release it down. Hands plant under your shoulders. Tuck the toes, raise yourself up to your high plank. And then let's bring a bend in the knees. Find your down dog. Good. Big bend in the knees. Come to the tiptoes. Gaze towards the top of your mat or your hands. Big hop step or walk your way up. Once you arrive, take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, ground down into your feet. Circle the arms up, inhale. On the exhale, hands to heart space. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, circle the arms up. Gaze up. Exhale, this time swan dive down. Lead with the chest. Take an inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins. Exhale, fold. Good, fingertips plant. You're gonna get heavy on that left foot. Send the right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Raising that right heel up. Coming to our high lunge here. So we're just gonna hover the fingers for a second. Then maybe raise the chest off the leg a little bit. Gazing maybe at that left big toe. Let's inhale the arms forward. Exhale them back, hands towards each other. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. And this time, ground down into your feet. Raise your upper body up. And then release the shoulders away from your head. Nice and strong in the legs. Bent in the left knee and that right heel, hike it up. Good. Take an inhale. Maybe straighten that front leg. On the exhale, bring a bend back. Find some cactus arms. Open the shoulders and the heart. Good. It's inhale back up. Straighten the front leg. Exhale, bring a bend. Find the cactus. Inhale back up. Exhale, bring a bend. This time, taking your time to lower yourself all the way down. So drop that right knee. Untuck the right toe. Beautiful. Maybe that's too much on your arms. Feel free to bring your hands to your left thigh. Good, if you're in cactus arms, let's see if we can twist to the left. Maybe taking a half bind by wrapping that left hand into your right pocket. Opening up that right shoulder still. And then release yourself back to center. Hands are going to plant on the inside of that left foot. Tuck the right toes, raise the right knee up, and let's flip it so it's parallel to the back of the mat. Left hand to your left thigh. Open up to your extended side angle. Options here to leave your arm on the thigh, or you can bring your hand to your foot or the mat and then roll open the right shoulder. Wherever you are, let's find our triangle from here. So straighten that front leg and then open up. Inhale, raise yourself up, use your core. Exhale, lean a little forward, peaceful triangle. This time legs are straight. Right arm down the right leg, left arm up and overhead. Maybe looking under the left armpit. And then let's cartwheel the hands to the top of the mat. Walk the hands to the right. You can adjust your stance if you'd like to. Bring your feet in or out. Slight little twist here. So we're going to walk the left hand to the front. Right arm's going to come to the left leg. Taking a twist underneath the left armpit. Weight is in your heels. Maybe walk that hand a little bit more forward. Twist a little bit more onto the left. Good, hands plant underneath your nose. Let's walk yourself back up. Big hop, shift to lift that right foot up to meet the left. Find a chair pose, so sink the hips, tuck the tailbone. Good. Weight is in your heels. Maybe even try to lift all 10 toes off the mat. One more breath. And then find a forward fold. Circle the arms up, root to rise, arms all the way to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart space, Tadasana mountain pose. Take a breath, check in. Remembering to compliment yourself along the way, right? No judgment. Inhale, circle the arms up. On the exhale, swan dive down, slow and controlled. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good, fingertips plant. This time get heavy on the right. Inhale that left leg all the way to the back of the mat. Keeping that left heel raised. Grounding down into the feet, maybe letting the fingertips hover. Nice and strong in those legs, you got it. Then maybe elevating the chest off the thigh a little bit. Gaze can come to your right big toe. Good, let's inhale the hands to the front of the room. Exhale, circle them back, palms towards each other. Inhale, front. Exhale to the back. Inhale, front. Exhale to the back. Inhale, front. This time, really grounding down, raising yourself up. Coming to your high lunge, shoulders away from the ears. Good, take an inhale, straighten the front leg. Arms up. On the exhale, cactus the arms, find a bend into the right knee. Inhale up, straighten the leg. Exhale, cactus. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Last one. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, this time cactus. Lowering at a slow pace that left knee down. Untuck the toes. Coming to your crescent. Cactus arms are okay. If it's too much on your shoulders, relax your hands down. Maybe this time twisting to the right. And if it felt good to take that bind, right hand goes behind you into your left pocket. And then open up that left shoulder. But if you're in a bind, inhale to cactus. And then twist back. Let's plant the hands on the inside of the right foot. Tuck the left toes, raise the left knee up. We're going to spin that left foot so it's parallel to the mat. Maybe right arm comes to right knee. Open up to your extended side angle. Same options here. Right hand can come to the foot, to the inside of the foot, or right arm can come to the thigh. And that left arm goes up, left shoulder rolls open. Slowly moving to our triangle from here. So wherever you are, that front leg is going to straighten. And then keep the right hand where you were. Left hand stays up to the sky. Using your core, inhale up. On the exhale, lean a little forward, flip that right hand. Peaceful triangle, lean towards the back. Gaze can come under your right armpit. Windmill the arms to the top of the mat. Walk them over to the left side. You can adjust your stance if you need to. Weight is in your heels. This time we're going to walk that right hand to the front a little bit. And then left hand grabs the right leg, twist under the right armpit. Maybe glance at your hand, walk it a little bit farther out, and maybe deepen that twist. Unravel yourself, fingertips plant underneath your nose. Let's walk the hands to the top of the mat. Frame out the right foot. Big generous bend in that left knee. Shift to lift. Hop it up. Once it's planted, sink the seat. Find your chair pose. Tuck the tailbone, tuck the belly. And then find a nice forward fold. Maybe take an inhale, create some space for yourself. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Let's take a flow. Hands plant, hop, step, or walk your way back. Once you're in your plank, shoulders past the wrist. Tuck the elbows, lower halfway. And find a cobra of your choice. Meeting in our downward facing dog. Then let's drop the knees wider than the hips, big toes to touch. Send the sit bones back onto the heels, maybe coming onto your fingertips and really pressing your sit bones into your heels. Reconnecting with your breath if you lost it. Maybe taking some rock side to side with your third eye. And raising yourself up to your tabletop. Good, let's inhale, right arm up to the sky, glance at it. On the exhale, thread the needle, hover the right hand under the left armpit. Inhale, back up. Exhale, thread and hover. Inhale, back up. Exhale, thread the needle, this time dropping the head down to the mat. Right side of the head is planted. Ground down into that right hand, so press it into the earth, and then maybe inhale, left arm up, and then close your hands on top of each other. Inhale up, and close it down. Inhale up, and close it down. Left hand comes to your head, plant the left hand. Inhale that right arm all the way up to the sky, and maybe take a circle with it. In one direction and then the other. And then right hand plants, coming to your tabletop pose. Ground down into the right hand. Let's inhale the left arm all the way up to the sky, take a glance at it. On an exhale, hover and thread. Inhale back up. Exhale, hover and thread. Inhale back up. On the exhale, this time thread the needle. Left side of your head drops to the mat. Feel the top of your left hand is ground down into the earth. Maybe inhale, right arm up. Exhale, drop it down onto your left. Inhale up. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale up. Exhale, drop it down. Right hand plants by your head. Inhale that left arm all the way up to the sky. And then find some circles. One direction and then the other. And left hand comes down to meet the right. Good, let's tuck the toes, walk the hands in towards each other. Bring the knees together to touch. Maybe hover the fingertips off the mat for a second. Maybe hands come to your thighs. Let's see if we can raise ourselves up in this. So hands come to heart space. Bring the knees together. Try to stay off your heels if you can. And then gently raise yourself up. You got it. And then release the heels. Good, walk to the center of the mat. Let's circle the arms all the way up to the sky. Maybe hips forward, slight back bend. Exhale, hands to heart space. Tadasana, mountain pose. Good, so we're just gonna do a standing pigeon for our balance today. If you feel like you wanna try. Ground down, find whatever position feels good for you. Might be hands on your hips. Might be Tadasana, mountain pose. We're going to ground down into our right foot. Inhale, left knee up towards your chest. Good, maybe let's open that left hip up a little bit. Maybe by using your left knee to guide it. And we're going to cross that left flexed foot over our right knee. If that is too much, feel free to come with a kickstand, bring the toe down, or come underneath the knee, just nowhere near it. And make sure that when you're opening up the hip, you keep that left foot flexed. Or option to bring it above the knee. You can use your hands to guide you, if it's easier. And then let that left knee fall towards the earth, so pop it open. If it feels good and you want to test yourself, you can bring that left foot into your right hip crease. Option here to hold the foot in place, dropping that left knee towards the earth. or you can release it and try to keep it there on your own. And then let's inhale, left knee up. Exhale, straighten out that leg. And then drop the left foot to meet the right. Let's shake that out a little bit. Good, let's go to the other side. Find your position where you find strength and balance. Take a breath in and out. Ground down into the left foot. Inhale, right knee up towards your chest. Option to stay here. Option to bring your hand to your right knee, slightly opening up the right hip. And you can stay here, or you can bring whatever pigeon you want to. Right foot is flexed. You can cross it over your left thigh or left shin or down by your ankle, just nowhere near your knee. Option to stay here, or option to grab that right foot, bring it into the left hip crease. You can stay here, holding the foot, dropping the right knee towards the earth, or see if you can release it and keep the leg there. It's okay if it drops a little. And then let's inhale that right knee up. Exhale, straighten it out. Release the right knee down, shake that out. Good, come to the top of your mat. Let's inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive down. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Option for your flow here, hands plant, send the right foot back, left foot back, roll the shoulders past the wrists. Find your cobra of choice, and let's meet in our downward facing dog. Good, chest towards the thighs, armpits towards the thighs, gaze goes in between your thighs or at your navel. Taking 3 breaths here. Good, let's inhale, left foot all the way to the sky. Maybe come up onto your right tiptoes. And then set it down gently. On the exhale, hug that left knee in. Let's bring the left knee behind the left wrist. Send the right foot back behind you. Coming to your pigeon pose. You can take a look at the leg to see where it is. Bringing your hands towards your sit bones, towards your hips, and raising the chest up. Maybe glancing up. And then maybe hands plant. Maybe you find a few rocks side to side. Maybe you walk the hands out in front of you, coming to your forearms. Trying to reconnect with your inhales and exhales, trying to stay present here. Maybe stretching the hands out in front of you and dropping the head down. Wherever you are. Hands plant, fall onto your left sit bone. We're going to swing that right foot all the way to the front of the room. Then hug it in towards your chest. Right foot's planted on the mat. Let's inhale that right arm up to the sky. On the exhale, take a twist. That left arm hugs around the right knee. Right hand comes behind you. Maybe gaze over the right shoulder. Unravel yourself back to center. Extend that right leg out first. You can plant the left hands down if you need to, or we're just going to swing that right foot back, returning to your pigeon for a second, and then hands plant, tuck the right toe, raise the right knee up, maybe bump it in an inch or so, and then let's exhale that left foot all the way to the back. Adjust your stance if you need to, maybe bringing a bend into that right knee, maybe finding some circles with that knee. Shoulders are square. And then inhale it out. Exhale it down. Left foot meets the right. Take a breath. This time, inhale, right leg up to the sky. Good, nice and strong. Maybe come onto your left tiptoes. And then release the heel down. Right foot up higher. Tiger curl it in. We're going to bring that right knee behind the right wrist. Send the left foot back behind you. Good. That right foot comes across the mat. Walk your hands in towards your hips. Raising your upper body up. Maybe glance up. And then maybe it feels good to plant your hands. Maybe taking a few rocks side to side. Or maybe it feels good to come to your forearms. Or maybe it feels good to stretch those arms out in front of you and drop the head towards the mat. Slowing down your breath. And wherever you are, hands are going to plant. Just fall onto your right sit bone. We're going to sweep that left foot all the way in front of us. Stretch it out. And then hug the left knee in. Sit up nice and tall on that right sit bone. Inhale the right arm up. On the exhale, wrap it around the left knee. Twist to the left. Left hand comes behind you. Gaze can be over that left shoulder. Unravel yourself first. If you want to plant your fingertips, you can. We're going to extend that left foot out to the front of the room first. And then sweep it back behind you. Just returning to your pigeon for a second. Hands plant. Tuck the left toes. Raise the left knee up. Maybe bump it in an inch. And then push the ground away. Send the right leg all the way up. Maybe bringing a bend into the knee. Finding those same circles if it feels good on this side. And then right foot's going to come to meet the left. Let's drop the knees down. Find your hero's pose. Good. Let's clasp the hands behind us. Walk your hands down your sit bones. Roll your chest open, roll your shoulders open. Maybe gaze up. Maybe gaze down. And then release the grasp. Fall to the right or left, and let's just sweep the legs in front of us. Sitting up nice and tall. Chest is nice and open. Shoulders are away from the ears. Hands are underneath the thighs. Good. Option here to roll back a little bit. Maybe bringing your toes to the mat in your supported boat pose. Or if it feels good, you can bring the Legs all the way up so they're parallel to the mat. Maybe stay here or come unsupported, hands to the front of the mat. Good, let's lower down to low boat. Inhale back up. You got it. Exhale down. Inhale back up. One more, exhale down. Inhale back up. Maybe this time straighten the legs. And then release the legs down. Hands come to your thighs. Take a breath in, lean forward a little. On the exhale, let the hands drag. Round through the spine, taking your time, lowering yourself to your back. Good, once you arrive, take a hug in. Maybe wrap the arms around the legs, or maybe grab the bottoms of your feet. Finding some rock side to side if that feels good for your back. If your head and shoulders are lifted, release them down. Come to a cactus or a T. Take a big inhale, gaze up to the sky. On the exhale, we're going to find our waterfall pose. So send those feet all the way up to the sky. Good, you can take movements here if it feels good for you. Some circles on the sky. One direction or the next, or you can take a passive one and just keep it still, keep the weight off your spine. Or you can make it active and reach towards your toes if you want. Remember, making it perfect for you, not worrying about being perfect. Allow a bend into the knees. Let's cross that right leg over the left. Take an inhale. On the exhale, we're just going to let the knees fall towards the left. Trying to keep that right shoulder planted on the mat. Maybe gaze comes under the right armpit, or maybe you shut your eyes down here. Sending the exhales to the area where you feel tension or the stretch, relaxing it. Using your core, inhale, knees all the way up, uncross them, maybe open them up, maybe find some circles if it feels good. And then to the other side, we're going to cross that left leg over the right, knees are bent, arms are at a cactus or a T. Inhale, gaze to the sky. On the exhale, let the knees drop towards the right. Each side might feel a little differently here, so try not to just judge yourself. Just go with what feels good. And that left shoulder is planted on the mat. Maybe gaze over the left, under the left armpit. Good, using your core. Inhale the knees up. Maybe open up the knees towards the armpits. Take the same circles if that felt good. With or without your hands, it doesn't matter. An option to come to your happy baby here. So you can let the knees sink in towards the armpits. You can stay here. Maybe enjoying some rock side to side. Or you can grab the bottoms of the feet. Feet push into the hands so the lower back is connected to the mat. And maybe take some rock side to side here. Or hands can come to your thighs or your shins. You can even come supported like this if you want underneath your thighs. So no wrong answers. Returning to your breath. Slowing down your heart rate. When you take an inhale, you're going to release the left foot, send the left hand all the way up to the sky. Inhale. On the exhale, allow it just to fall down by your sides. Inhale, right arm up to the sky, elongate it out. Exhale, release it down, allow it to fall to your side. And allow your shoulders to fall back and sink into the earth. Relax your upper back. Good, let's inhale, left leg straightens to the sky. On the exhale, allow it to come down to the top of the mat. Last one, inhale, right leg up. And then exhale, allow it to come down. Stretch out everything. Point your toes, point your fingers. Open the hips. Roll the hips up. And then relax it down. Let's take 2 breaths together. Exhale it out. Another big breath in. Exhale it out. Take the next few minutes as a refresher for you and as a reward for all your hard work today. Try not to bring anything into the room yet or into your mind. Just keep your presence here for a few more minutes. And I encourage you to take as long as a Shavasana as you possibly can. But for video purposes, we're going to start to wake up our body by wiggling our fingers and our hands, our toes, maybe our ankles. Maybe subtle drops with your head side to side. And then feet walk into the center of the mat. Right arm's going to raise up overhead. Take an inhale. On the exhale, roll over into your right side, using your right arm as a pillow, coming to your fetal pose. Take a breath. On the exhale, feeling each rib on the right side connect with the earth. Get heavy one last time. Let the ground hold you. And keeping your eyes shut down, maybe using the guidance of your hands to walk yourself up to a seated position. Find yourself in staff. Find yourself in a cross-legged pose. Let's inhale the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, release them down. Maybe glance up. Release the head down. Let's inhale, hands to heart space. On the exhale, round at the spine, drop the chin towards the chest. Thank you for sharing your yoga practice with me today. Thank you for helping me bring yoga and make it perfect for me today. I hope it did the same for you. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about making the practice perfect for who you are and what you need. Thank you for sharing your light with me. Please take your light and share it with the world today, tomorrow, and the next day. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Hope you had a great practice. I feel better. Hope you do too. Look forward to seeing you at the weekend and enjoy the rest of your week. Remember, self-care, most important. Namaste.